All right, welcome to the Unapologetic Chauvinist. This is Justice, your host. Topic of this video is marriage illegal? Very controversial topic. Very controversial topic. Justice, what do you mean is marriage illegal? Well, hey, why do you need a license to get married? So, because if you need a license, it means without the license, it's illegal to do so, right? Same thing with firearms, for example. Certain firearms are illegal in certain areas, and therefore you need a license to have certain ones legally, right? Depending on your occupation or what have you, right? So in the case of marriage, what you're telling me, and no disrespect to anyone who has a marriage license, but what your action insinuates is that it would have been illegal for you to marry your spouse without government consent. Again, government stepping into your life where it does not belong. So if government can license you to get married, it also, by implication, has the right to dissolve your marriage. On the other end, it also has the right to tell you you can dissolve your marriage. Isn't that something? Just think about that if you have a license, a marriage license. Mind you, there are only certain reasons in certain states for why you can have a divorce, right? Now, let me say this. I'm not advocating divorce. I'm actually anti-divorce. I don't think you should make a commitment to anyone, such as marriage, without careful, deep consideration. And then you go forward and proceed with that commitment. But again, if you're asking the government for its permission, you're essentially saying that you can't be married legally without their consent. So now you've entered into a contractual agreement between you, your spouse, and the state. Okay? And your marriage is only legal because they recognize your marriage. Okay? Now that's very controversial to think about. Just think about that though. Really think about that. If you did not get your license, you would not be considered married. Or at least your marriage would not be recognized by the state. And the question is it important for the state to recognize your marriage? I'd say no. The reason why I would say no is because you could still leave your spouse everything that you possess through other legal documents. The issue is you're trusting the state to say who they recognize as your beneficiary. And the state is in turn saying, okay, well, you know you're responsible for your spouse's debts. But you, as a moral, responsible individual, could take on the responsibility of your spouse's debt just because you've made an agreement with this person that you're together and you're going to remain together, and so that you're going to mutually share responsibilities. And in this case, that could be one of those things, and you don't need a contract with the state to do that, right? But again, government gets involved where we advocate responsibility and we practice immorality. Because to me, if you don't have the strength enough character to work out a relationship, you don't have any business pursuing a marriage in the first place, because maintaining long-term relationships are very difficult and they require strength of character, morality, love, and justice. And so we need to think about these things. I'm going to keep this one really brief, but again, raising the question, is marriage illegal? And if it's not illegal, why do we have to get the license to do so? Right? And again, I'd say that it's not illegal, and the state has no business in marriage, and we should think about how we do things differently in the future and get state out of your business. Okay, don't bring the state into your business when it doesn't need to be there. You have to be thoughtful and deliberate in your actions and not just go with what seems to be the norm. For I don't care if it's for tax benefits or what have you. All of those are arbitrary incentives used to induce you into contracting with the state in different ways. The marriage license is just one example. Think about it. Good day and God bless.